ban from the beginning. I think we are about to see that very soon, as Noblesse is still handling the bans and picks for KSV Black. Let's go into Tomb of the Spider Queen. Game set number 3. Oh, still just the Genji.
Alright, Genji's banned, of course.
Even Hanzo's not too safe against the Tracer, of course, banned out in this case.
Yep.
So do you really go for that Grey Main once more? Was Grey Main because Grey Main oftentimes is not the problem.
Yeah.
Because Grey Main is basically the best flex in the game right now as of this moment. Okay, not picking Tracer yet.
But Uther Tyrael is a very solid pick, and it's been working out for BlossoM for quite a while now, and they might just go with their comfort picks and what they're comfortable with. They don't have to, they have their own meta. They have their team meta.
I will fight to my last breath.
Still, Regar was doing some damage. Also, Ancestral did connect most of the time. Let's see what their feedback was after that game. What was the problem?
Okay.
What was the main source of problem? I do agree. Muradin, Regar, Grey Main, usually they're not the problem oftentimes because they do have some utility, healing, damage, CC in case. But I think it was Jaina back then in game number 2.
Jaina did get picked off many times, countless times, and okay, Chromie is being banned.
Chromie kind of hints that BlossoM is thinking of the Vala Aria once more. Black should be realizing that Black should be realizing that easily. Maybe they're trying to throw them off just in a way because they already have Uther. Cleanse is available anyhow. So that Chromie ban does seem a little bit weird.
We'll have to see how Black responds. Okay, they're going to get rid of that Tracer.
Okay, snipe bans coming out from both sides as let's just play normal. Nothing too crazy this time as BlossoM. Still Aria Vala and then maybe just a Rag to finish it off. Or this.
Yeah. Right now, I'm actually curious about what KSV Black's gonna go with.
Guide my path.
With the pokes. Now the Palm is available. Even the 7-sided if they pick someone off.
Oh gosh.
One more time, the last pick from Wiz. Is it going to be the regular? Oftentimes Rag? Or maybe even Blaze is open. Blaze, I think, fits alright here, along with Tyrael. To keep Vala, providing some extra CC. The sustain, also the wave clear is very important here.
Alright, we'll see if Blaze will come out, but...
There are a few options. I think even a Thrall in this case is...
Thrall?
I think it's a little bit harder now because there's a Junkrat on the other side. The mine will actually throw him off so far. It's really hard for another melee to flex into the last pick.
I don't know. I think personally, Blaze fits quite okay with them right now, but still with Junkrat.
Because they do have those support and lots of shielding from Tyrael. Maybe they don't even need a Blaze. Maybe more source of damage.
No. Okay, so the Blaze does come out. Alright, we'll see if this is just like the first game where Vala definitely needs to stay alive, and we'll see if Blaze is able to with double support. Blaze as the front line is probably more comfortable compared to Vala, where he's alone and he has all that pressure and the weight on his shoulders to stay alive and do as much DPS as possible.
And it is very likely Wiz will be playing on that Blaze. It is also his first time on Blaze. Will be showing oftentimes on this map, especially was Thrall back in 2017, still into 2018, sometimes Rag, Leoric even in the case, but it's going to be Blaze this time. We have lots of audience tonight as we have the full house with packed crazy series happening already. Just heard that Korean viewers picked that 7K already, and it's only match number 1. It's going to be an insane number by the end.
Definitely. Alright. I don't know. BlossoM with a similar pick to this right now. They got, stomped over in game 1. And I want to see if KSV Black is able to do that same thing, punish them for taking away game 2. or if BlossoM got their confidence back and maybe they figured out what the problem was in Game 1 and try to work a similar composition once again in Game 3 after taking that victory in Game 2.
Lots of pressure for Rich. BlossoM, a very, very similar comp from game number 1, which they suffered on.
Yeah.
It was Tehaka instead of Blaze. Everything else was the same. Vala, Uther, Ariel, along with Tyrael. Never mind, they also had an ETC back then, so they also had more control of the map with some more CC. But the utility is okay, wave clear okay, but this kind of thing, if Rich is able to do that to a Vala or the supports and throw them off so they cannot give the healing at the right moment, that either one of them or any one of them will be in trouble, either due to the supports that are blown up. Rich will be making those kind of crazy plays.
Yeah, the aerial control is very important by Junkrat, so we'll have to see.
BlossoM really has to be careful where Junkrat is coming in from. Rich, he'll be making those moves because they are looking for that sustained, the long fights. And Block is trying to counter that with a Junkrat here.
Yeah, and I'm just very curious how this Junkrat will do and how this Vala will do, depending on if Vala is able, like in Game 1, Vala, there was this one moment in team fights where Vala stayed alive for the whole team fight and they still ended up losing because they lacked damage, because they did have the sustainability, but they lacked damage, period. And let's see if KSV Black is also able to do the same thing again, push them back, and make BlossoM just fall back even if all their team are alive.
Here we have the camps controlled. Of course, intentionally getting this one late because they wanted to pressure the bottom one and then time it here so they can push, get the maximum value at the bottom, and then have your own push in the mid lane, actually going for more damage because you need to buy that time. We got clearing top Junkrat coming up, so all the members are focusing into the mid lane now. Those pokes has to be careful if there's a Junkrat on the side. Notice the positioning.
Do they go in?
Doesn't mind onto Nasang. That's the thing we were talking about. Does survive with his own heal. There's a sustain coming in, but Gondar will cost his own life test with drop toss. Get some hits, but they will survive. That's a kill that was initially created not for Uther, but because Gondar went in to peel for his teammate. That's what Rich created in that zone.
Basically just, making the opponent not be in the position they want is what Junkrat needs to do, and he's been doing that.
Look at that body block with Tusk. It's insane. They cannot escape Uther. Had no way out of there. Blaze, of course, tossed from that mine. Seems like Junkrat was their trap card here.
Definitely the right choice to go with, and 3 kills coming out already on KSV Black side. But I don't want to say anything yet because last game was very similar. They got a lot of picks off early game and they had the upper hand, but they ended up losing. BlossoM came back late game, realizing what they have to do.
I think we are seeing a pattern here. Well, game 1 kind of started off like this, and it ended up as KSP bullying BlossoM the entire game. Of course, game 2 was a different case scenario with lots of different picks. So BlossoM, whenever they go back to this old one, the nice jukes, not really getting caught, and all the mine. You see the positioning of mine that was tossed when Murdin was door tossing in. Ooh, Nasang in trouble, getting a lot of damage from Kerosene. One more. Barely survived.
Barely survived. We don't want to see many of those in this game right now. They're already lacking in the XP. They're down 2 levels, 1.5 full in the XP bars. And this is not looking good for BlossoM. Once again,
it is not looking good. There are some things you don't want to trigger. In my personal case, my mom when I didn't do my homework. Number 2. At the end, there are a lot, and then at the end there's KSV Black. If you trigger them, this kind of thing happens. Of course, they drop the set, which it will matter a lot when we go into later on matches, deciding who the top team is for Korea is, because the series number might be the same, but the set number might actually determine who the first, second, third place is of Korea before the Eastern Clash.
Yeah, and you know, as you mentioned, that Tempest and Ballistic, Ballistic's lost 0 sets so far, and Tempest has lost only 1 set, whereas, you know, Black already lost 3 sets anyways, and they lost 1 now, so a total of 4 sets down. So this definitely triggered Black, and they just want to go full out this game.
Let's see, level 7 to 10. This is a massive lead that Black has. They're taking the ball, they're getting the fourth. And by that time, Boss has enough, and BlossoM getting all canceled. They're trying to turn it in on the other side, but Black knew that was happening. They're not even giving them a single chance of taking any turn-ins.
Yeah. So you want to turn it in, or you want to block our Boss?
When they have enough, I think they will just time it, or after the Boss, they can have the maximum push again with their own turn-in, because they have 52 now. They'll get 3 more, 53.
Right, we'll see.
Seems like Rich will get 20, but of course need a lot more from the rest of the team members to get that summon. And Blaze is slowly going around trying to clear the bottom lane, but Rich is still there to block the turn-in from happening.
Yeah, definitely. Rich definitely wants to block the mid lane first, and then he is now slowly going back down, like you said, and they're turning it in.
They wanted. Maybe it was okay for them to actually bring Junkrat, but in that case, BlossoM will definitely send 1 or 2 back so they can have that part of that 70, so they can get their own summon, so that they can hit level 10. But Black's not gonna let that happen. Still 3-level gap. They're keeping that lead even more with the summon now. Back to back summons.
And they are definitely gonna pressure them once again, like they've been doing the whole game. So far, before they hit 10, they already got the summons, and they have 3 levels on top of them, so they're gonna capitalize on this as much as possible.
Well, Weavers are coming down. As they're poking in a little bit more, still BlossoM has no way of going out of their safe zone here, as still no sanctification available, nothing, no bunker, not too much safety for Dude, no crystal ages, no safety safe tools. The Vala cannot go out, get out of there. Even going too close to Junkrat, anywhere close to Junkrat can be a dangerous zone for himself. Going in.
Definitely gonna go in for this one.
There's a Riptire.
Riptire.
Looking for that damage. Did not connect to Vala, but still not even needed. Yeah. With 4-level gap here, Reset is taking Vala. He ripped that Vala apart into pieces. For a second, there was still a 4-level gap, even more. Maybe we'll see a 5-level difference in this game. They're taking the entire keep. There's a bunker available now, but too bad sanctification right after the combo. But 4 levels apart, you don't do any damage when you are 4 levels apart. And after this keep is gone 5 levels apart, BlossoM, they are nowhere close to where KSV Black is. This may just be game over, guys.
Yeah, you do not trigger KSV Black, like G-Clef said, guys. This tip of the day, and an 8-minute game, not even 9 minutes. GG.
That's GG. That core went down as if we were playing into like a 40-minute game or something. That was disgusting.